Welcome back. This session we are going to see the conversion of DFA to a regular expression using state elimination method. Actually in the previous video also we have discussed the state elimination method where we keep the starting and final state as it is and will eliminate all the intermediate state. Now this like in the previous example we have considered an example without any looping condition. Now here is a case where sometimes we have a possibility of getting some loops inside. As of this, okay, from the starting state to the final state we have a looping condition like this. Whenever you have a structure like this, you can reduce this you can reduce this as a looping condition towards a starting state, or you can take this as a looping condition towards the final state. Okay, so this is a looping condition. Like when you consider this as a looping condition towards 1, from 1 using the input S, the transition is there from 1 to 2, and 2 you have a self loop condition. Again from 2 to 1 we have a transition that is through this input T. Okay, the loop over this can be represented as S U star. Whenever it is a looping condition we call it as an U star condition, and again while coming back it is T. Okay, the self loop will be S U star T. When you are reducing this loop towards, when you are making the loop in the starting state, the input is S U star T. And similarly if you want to make the loop in the final state, then the input will be from final state to the starting state, the input is T, and here we have a loop over the starting state as R, and again from 1 to 2 it is S. Okay, so it is T R star S. Okay, so it is up to the user to take the loop either in the starting or the final state. Now for this example I'll just consider this loop towards the starting state. We are going to consider this loop towards the starting state, and the input over this will be S U star T. Okay, so this is reduced and I write this loop over here as S U star T, and again, so this is just a looping condition. Whenever it is a looping condition we can say that as a 0 or more transition. So there is a possibility of getting a 0 transition too. So this I have reduced this looping condition, but this transition from 1 to 2 through S and this self loop in this U will be in the state 2 will remain as it is. Okay, so the transition here will remain as it is. Only the loop I have eliminated, but still for moving from the starting state to final state we need the input S, and in this state 2 we have some self loop conditions towards U that will remain as it is. Okay, so the diagram is reduced to this place. Okay, this looping condition I have reduced into a loop towards the starting state. Now this is like the loop is reduced. Okay, so this is like a usual transition diagram where from state 1 to itself I have two possibilities, one loop towards R and one loop towards S U star T. So this can be considered as a parallel edge, so I can write this as R plus S U star T, and the remaining transition will remain as it is. Here it is through S and here it is U. Okay, so this self loop, since I have two different self loops for the same state, I can combine it as a parallel edge. For parallel edges we use this place operator for combination. So it is R plus S U star T, and this is a looping condition, and you have S and U. Now this is a normal reduction from starting state to the final state. The transition can be expressed as, since you have a self loop condition over here, you can write it as R plus S U star T, the whole star. Whole star actually denotes 0 or more transition, and a single S followed by, here you have a loop with U, so it is U star. So this is the final regular expression from the starting state to final state. So this will be considered as a final regular expression. So whenever you have a looping condition we have to reduce the looping condition like this. Okay, now we'll see an example of this format. Consider this example. Here 1 is the starting state, and we have 2 as an intermediate state, and state 3 is the final state. From each and every state, on each and every input symbol we have a transition. We exactly have one transition. Okay, so that we call this as a DFA. Now we want to convert this DFA to a regular expression, and we follow the usual procedure. We want to eliminate, this is a state elimination method, so we are going to eliminate all the intermediate state and we are going to keep the starting and final state as it is. Okay, so we are going to eliminate all the states, all the intermediate state, and we just are going to derive one expression from the starting state to the final state as a single regular expression. So that will be our final regular expression. Okay, so now the steps are as follows. Here, like when you look at this, it is 0 comma 1. It means from state 3 to state 2 we are moving either with the input 0 or 1. So it can be written as 0 plus 1. Whenever you have a parallel edge, we have to use plus operator or a bar operator. You can use 0 bar 1 also. So this is up to the user to consider. Okay, so this is your first step. And second step is, now we are going to eliminate the intermediate state. And the intermediate state over here is state 2. We consider state 2 as the intermediate state, since this is the starting state and this is the final state. And this is the only state that lies between 1 and 2. So we are going to eliminate this 2. But the problem here is there are so much of looping conditions over here. See, here we have a looping condition and here also we have a looping condition. When there is a possibility of this, we can just take the remaining we have to remove the effect of eliminating 2. Okay, so we can like when you eliminate the state 2, you have the state 1 and state 3. When we are eliminating the state 2, the remaining states will be 1 and 3 alone. So we have to find all possible path from 1 to 3, 3 to 1, 1 to itself and 3 to itself. Either it might be a direct path or it might be through 2. Since we are eliminating the state 2, we have to eliminate that possibility too. Okay, so when you eliminate the state 2, the remaining states will be 1 and 3 alone. Now from state 1 to itself, and then 1 to 3, 3 to 1 and 3 to itself. So we are going to find the regular expression between these states. Okay, what will be the possibility? There are two possibilities. One will be either getting a direct edge. Okay, if there is a direct transition from these states, we can write that. And the second step is, you through Q2, through the state 2 as the intermediate state, you may have a path. So we are going to find two possible paths. Since we are going to eliminate this 2, we are going to find the other possibility too. What are the path that pass through this 2? We are going to find it off and we are going to enter it over here. So first step is writing all the direct path. Direct path is just in the diagram. If you have a transition, we are going to write it. See here, from state 1 to itself, there is no path. When there is no path, write it as null. From state 1 to 3, from state 1 to 3, we have a transition through this input 1. Write it over here. And state 3 to 1, there is no direct path actually. So write it as null. And state 3 to itself, again there is no self loop in this state 3. So again that will be a null path. Okay, so this is a direct path. And since we are going to eliminate the state 2, we are going to find the path from these possible states with 2 as an intermediate state. That is path through 2, state 2. So that can be written as from 1 to 2 to 1. If there is a path that exists from 1 to 2 and 2 to 1, we are going to take those kind of paths as it is. Okay, so we'll see it. Check whether there is a path from state 1 to 2. Yeah, from 1 to 2 we have a transition with the input 0. Again from 2 to 1, 2 to 1, there is a path with this input 1. 1 to 2 and then 2 to 1. So this is a looping condition. So the input is 0, 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 1. So it's 0, 1. So from 1 to itself, there is no direct path. With 2 as an intermediate path, 2 as an intermediate state, we have a transition with the input 0, 1. So we are going to club all those things together. Since we are going to consider it as a parallel edge, we are using the symbol plus. Now we'll check for the remaining possibility. From 1 to 3, state 1 to 3 with 2 as an intermediate node. That is from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. We are going to check 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. We have a path with the input 0, 0. So we can write it as 0, 0. And similar conditions over here, 3 to 2 and 2 to 1. 3, 2 and 1. So 3 to 2, 3 to 1 we have a 3 to 2 we have a transition with 0 plus 1, and then from 2 to 1 it is 1. So it can be written as 0 plus 1 concatenated with 1. Okay, and the last one is 3 to 2 to 3. Okay, it is a self condition. We are going to find the path from 3 to itself with 2 as an intermediate node. The reason why we are finding 2 as an intermediate node is we are going to eliminate this 2. Okay, so we are going to find all possible path that comes through this 2. Okay, from 3 to 2 and 2 to 3 is like from 3 to 2 we have a path with 0 plus 1, and again from 2 to 3 it is 0, so we can write it as 0 plus 1 concatenated with 0. Okay, so these are all the remaining paths that we got over here. And again see here, a null path combined with 0 1. Okay, like this can be considered as a parallel edge. Whenever it is a plus symbol, it is considered as a parallel edge. Okay, and null actually describes there is no path. Okay, so we have only the path with the input 0 1, and this null will be removed. Null means no path. When there is no path, we just consider this path alone. Okay, so when it is a null parallel with some input, we take that input alone. Here it remains as it is. It is two different inputs with the different parallel paths, and again null concatenated with some input, we take this 0 plus 1 into 1, and again null path combined with some input, so it comes as 0 plus 1 into 0. Okay, so we can redefine the given transition diagram